Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn January 29, 2023. There can be some mental agitation in spots today, but stretching your mind can come in handy. It may be that you entertain something wild before arriving at a reasonable conclusion. Try to tackle things one at a time rather than wear yourself out. Relationships and moods can suffer if expectations are set unrealistically high. Because it's hard to see the whole picture just yet, and vagueness or confusion are possible, you might reserve judgment. Pulling back to consider your options is preferable for the time being. Aim to enjoy and entertain your feelings without acting on them just yet. With your planetary ruler known as the Great Awakener planet, this often brings you a visionary perspective on life. Uranus is the planet of the future and helps you to think outside of the box. With him transiting your solar house of home and domesticity since 2018, you and your significant other have likely noticed many shifts around your living space, perhaps even renovating, relocating, or immigrating multiple times. This energy continues until 2026 because it is encouraging you to embrace new horizons rather than ever staying too settled in one place. Try not to let your inner monologue get the best of you today. Since Mercury in Capricorn will square Chiron in Aries, you will need to watch how your subconscious impacts your workplace discussions. You could even be more sensitive to a work frenemy if someone is saying all the wrong things that may cause doubt. Instead of getting wound up in conversation or in your thoughts, this square could push you to hone healthier communication skills when handling workplace discussions. Do not let anyone, even yourself, ruffle your feathers. Venus only returned to your income sector yesterday, but already there is likely to be a new sense of confidence, whether that can be justified yet or not. For the first time in 3 years, Venus has returned to find Neptune, the planet of dreams and fantasies, not only on his own but with the determination and the means to turn dreams into reality. After Jupiter left last month, this is the beginning of the next chapter, with the planet of money returning to get things started. The planetary alignment today makes you feel ever ready to take on the next phase of your personal development. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, whatever development you are focused on right now, today's aspect will help you take the lead. Yoga is a practice that combines all of those areas into one, and when practiced on a daily basis, yoga can help you make the most of this transit. You have about 10 days left, so don't miss out. Prepare yourself with water intake before you practice. Make sure you have the wisdom to know when to call it quits with something. The essence of this day often focuses on endings and closure. While most people don't like this aspect of life, it really is an essential part of clearing the way for the new. Take a look at what you're involved in, and ask yourself if you need to take this kind of action in a specific area. If so, do it, and then move forward. Whether it was her departure from Aquarius yesterday or her first full day in your income sector today, Venus is proving to be one of the early power players of 2023. Just over a week into your birthday month and new solar year, Venus not only leaves you with a sense of what you want from the coming year but the resources to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes. At the same time, Venus has returned halfway between Jupiter's departure from your income sector and Saturn's return, with the planet of money able to exploit what has already been planted and influence future potential. A day after Venus, the planet of love left Aquarius, her romantic desires and expectations for the coming year couldn't be in better hands. While it won't become exact until tomorrow, a friendly aspect between the Sun in Aquarius and Mars in your romantic sector is not just keeping Venus desires and expectations alive, but they are ready to start turning desires into reality. Our eyes in the sky. Mercury in Capricorn squares off with healing centaur Chiron, currently in Aries. This transit gives us a chance to understand and process the deep wounds that need to be healed within ourselves. Also, we might feel moved to check in on those people who aren't in a good emotional place and show that we care. Being there for others in their time of need is extremely important now. Action you take today may significantly annoy someone else in your workplace. Other people's moods are going to put a damper on you and your work, but this is no reason to slow down or change course. Continue on regardless of others. A tendency to push yourself forward creates an adverse impression with the people you meet. Even if it's not intentional, your attitude disrupts any potential for things to run smoothly. Try to restrain yourself. Otherwise, you're unlikely to impress anyone since your boastful manner makes you seem conceited and unapproachable. Full of positive energy, the composure you're able to show is obvious for all to see and indicates that your mind and body are in total harmony. Allow others to share in your positive outlook. Try to get them to join you in your regime for healthy sporting activity or exercise routines. You find you're a good motivator. Are you in need of money to invest in new projects? Then go ahead with your plans, because circumstances are favorable. Friends who give you advice are being honest with you for the most part. If you want to purchase something, you can do it now. You will make the right choice and won't be misled by sales staff. In the pre-dawn hours, Mercury in Capricorn squares off with Chiron in Aries, making communication a challenge. Today's events cause us to feel insecure or ignorant. Instead of backing off when we experience a conflict, we double down. Others fail to understand our logic and our worst fears become a self-fulfilling prophecy, that we may not know as much as we think. Ultimately, forcing ourselves to overcome misunderstandings or projections makes us better communicators. But it won't feel like it today. Not until we have some distance from our current dilemma will we be able to understand its significance. You're not making the headway you think you ought to be making. Feeling confined, you want to make some changes to your life. You need to put the new ideas and plans you have into action. Don't delay any longer. If you share your thoughts and ideas with those closest to you, you're able to rely on their steadfast support for the future. You may find yourself rushing from one place to another. People demand your attention and want to involve you in their conversations. The sound advice you can contribute, provide the necessary impetus required to implement new schemes or ideas that result. Take some well-deserved leisure time for yourself. After sunup, Mercury opposes Pallas, the goddess asteroid of sacred wisdom, in Cancer. This aspect is a frustrating complement to the Mercury-Chiron square. We feel inept and unable to visualize a path forward in our predicament. It appears there are too many hurdles to overcome to anticipate any kind of victory. However, because Pallas is currently retrograde, we are encouraged to reconsider our plans without stressing over their future implementation. Back up and get perspective. The more you push your point, the less headway you are going to make. Consider a holistic approach to this issue. Perhaps you should be listening and empathizing more than speaking.